Once you have established a relationship with a supplier, you will need to research the profitability of that supplier's products. Researching profit margins is as simple as doing the completed listing research you learned in Phase 2. However, when researching a large quantity of products from a supplier, you will need a more efficient way of calculating and recording your results. Using the online eBay fees calculator, we can calculate the profitability of a product from one of our suppliers. Go to ebcalc.com and I will show you how to use the eBay fees calculator. Again, that is ebcalc.com. It will redirect you to this website. Starting with the options on the left, you need to select the criteria that you fall within as a seller. If you are a non-store subscriber, eBay waives the insertion fee for the first 50 listings you list every month. So if that's the case for you, you would select yes here. If you are a store subscriber, you get a discount on final value fees, so you would want to select your store level right here. If you are a power seller or a top rated seller, you will receive a final value fee discount, and so you would select that here. But for the most part, the default options can be used, but as you grow you will need to adjust these options according to your own selling. Now the right hand side of the calculator is where you enter the pricing from your supplier and market worth, and the calculator will calculate your profit. Starting with the first three fields, you want to enter the eBay market worth of your item that you found in your completed listing research. So let's just use an example product, and let's say that we researched the eBay market worth on eBay and found that this product was worth approximately $50. Now I'm going to enter the buy it now price as $50, but if you were doing an auction, you would want to enter the starting price here and the closing price of your auction as well. So if you were doing an auction, let's say you started it at $50 and you received only one bid, so the auction ended at $50 as well. Now once you've entered the first three pricing, the next field is a reserve price. You'll never use reserve pricing, so skip over that. The shipping and handling charged is the amount you charge your buyers in shipping. Because we already estimated the shipping and the market worth of the item, and I'm going to offer a free shipping method anyways, I'm just going to enter $0 here. The cost of postage, on the other hand, is how much you estimate your carrier or your supplier will charge you to ship the item to your customer. But because you don't know where your customer is located at yet, you need to estimate the maximum shipping for your item. In other words, estimate the shipping cost according to a location that is far away from you. So if you live on the west coast of the United States, estimate a maximum shipping cost to the east coast. Or if you're using a supplier, find out what the maximum cost shipping would be depending on their location. For this particular item, let's say that our supplier or our cost to send the item is going to cost $10. I'll enter that here and go down to cost to acquire. Your cost to acquire is your wholesale cost from your source. If your supplier charged you $30 for the product, you would enter $30 here. Now the calculator is going to add up the total eBay and PayPal fees and give you a final profit loss. Because the pricing is green and it doesn't have a negative number, we can see that for this item, if we obtained it for $30, shipping cost $10, and we sold it on eBay for $50, we would make a profit of $3.75. However, the profit margin between an auction and a buy it now listing or a fixed price listing is going to be different. The fees will change. If you click on the View Fee Breakdown button, you'll get a comparison of the two different style listings. As you can see here, an auction style listing would have total fees of $6.25, while a fixed price listing would have total fees of $8.25. So we would profit $2 additional for selling this as an auction as opposed to selling this as a fixed price listing. You should also take this into consideration when you're doing your listing strategy. Now let's say that you are a store subscriber. If we select a store level to be basic, you'll notice that the profit margins change. Now the auction style listing only profits a smaller percentage more. And if you were to change the category, you'll also see that different categories have different fees. So for example, it looks like this audio equipment would be more profitable to list it as a fixed price listing than an auction style listing. Using this calculator will allow you to determine the best way to list your item and the profitability for your supplier's products. Now, in a previous video about completed listing research, I created this spreadsheet. However, this does not calculate profitability or show you your total cost to acquire from your supplier. That's why I would suggest creating a more advanced spreadsheet that will be able to take the data from the eBay fees calculator. Here's an example of an advanced spreadsheet that will calculate and take all of the data from the eBay fees calculator. Let's go ahead and use that example before. If we use that example product, the cost from our supplier, the wholesale cost was $30. The shipping charges from our supplier were $10. And the three highest sell prices were around $50. That's because the market worth was $50. Now technically, I mean, we never did the research, so this could be any numbers that end up averaging to $50. But we said the eBay market worth was $50, and we didn't find a success ratio, but let's just say that it's half and half. Now this spreadsheet estimates a profit margin as $2, but that's just an estimate. It's just taking 15% away. It's not using the exact values from this fee calculator. So if you wanted to put in two columns there, you would need to do that. So then I would say, as you can see from this spreadsheet, a fixed price listing $2.05, and auction would be $2.62. So I would change up those numbers and put the profit margins in there. So maybe it would be two columns here, $2.05, $2.65. Whatever spreadsheet you create, just make sure that it has columns to enter the information from your wholesaler or dropshipper, and make sure that it also has an area where you can enter the worth and the price that you plan to sell it at. That way you can use this eBay fees calculator and enter all the values into a spreadsheet to determine your best products.